separation between me and you. I see God in you. No separation between me and you. You see God in me. See the beauty that lies beneath. You see the God in me. We see the beauty that lies beneath. See the truth of our divinity. See the truth in you, truth in me. I see God in you. You see God in me.
Oh, that was wonderful, Jim.
Thank you,
yes.
thank you, thank you,
Let's
thank
give Jim
you.
some love and
Thank
Cole
you.
some love.
Thank you.
Welcome, y'all, to the Wednesday night revealing experience. How are we doing tonight? Woohoo! I like that. Nicolette's back. Welcome back, honey bun. So we're going to sing. We welcome. I love the free spirit in here. Please, all are welcome to get up and do that. Come on in.
We welcome. We welcome. We welcome you. Come on in. We welcome. We welcome. We welcome you. Let go. Be free. Come on in and take a seat. We're glad you're here. We're spreading love, joy, and cheer. So on in. Come 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 on in. We welcome you. Come on in. 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 We welcome you. Let go. Be free. Come on in and take a seat. We're glad you're here. We're spreading love, joy, and cheer. Come on in. 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 We welcome you. Come on in. 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 We welcome you. Come on in. 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 We welcome you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Come on in. Applause to you. Applause to you. And so we drop right into that space, that heart space that is open and available to more love, more peace, more joy. Reveal, reveal the love inside of me. Reveal the love that I was meant to be. And every time I open up, love is what I see. Reveal the love in me. Reveal the peace. Reveal the peace inside of me. Reveal the peace. The peace that I was meant to be. And every time I open up, peace is what I see. Reveal the peace in me. Reveal the joy. Reveal the joy inside of me. Reveal the joy that I was meant to be. I was meant to be. And every time I open up, joy is what I see. joy in me. Reveal the love inside of me. Reveal the love that I was meant to be.
And every time
I open up, love is what I see.
Every time
I open up,
peace.
peace is what I see.
Every
time I open up,
joy.
joy is what I see.
Reveal the love.
Reveal the love in me.
Thank you, Sunshine, Jim, and Cole. Beautiful way of welcoming us here tonight. I'm Robin Mitchell. I'm a practitioner here at Seaside, and it's my joy to serve tonight. And so I'm just inviting you to go into that place. Just take a deep breath and breathe in. And just let yourself sink into your chair. Let yourself just take a deep breath into that sacred God space within. And anchoring in this space of perfection, of well-being, of love, of absolute peace. Knowing that this is the truth of who I am and who we each are. This is our God-given gift to be this whole, perfect, and complete being. Knowing that all the answers are right within us at all times. Knowing that that certainty that we are guided and led in a perfect direction is always, always a part of our being. And so anchoring in this, knowing this truth, I just know this evening is blessed. I know that the words that are spoken by Reverend Sunshine are the absolute conduit from Spirit itself. I know that we each partake in, imbue this beautiful message that we have, and we are left with something that is just expanding our whole consciousness and our heart. So I call this evening perfect. I call it whole. I call it complete, knowing that it is so. And I say, and so it is. So thank you. This experience that we're having this year is reading the science of mind in a year. And the theme is getting all booked up. And tonight, Reverend Sunshine's message is how many chances do we get? So right before we hear her deliver her beautiful words, I'm going to do a reading from the science of mind. Suppose someone says, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and had opportunities I did not grasp. Every man has this feeling at some time of his life. There's a direct belief that there is but one opportunity which comes to man, and if he does not take it, he will have no more. This is a belief in limited opportunities and must be denied completely and specifically. It's not that we have made no mistakes, but if the belief in the necessity of mistakes stays in consciousness, then there's bound to be a repetition. It is scientific practice to declare that there have been no mistakes in man's consciousness, that if there have been any, they are now wiped out. There are none in the divine plan, and there is no plan for man other than the divine plan. If a man has had and apparently lost many opportunities, he must be shown that he stands at the point of limitless opportunity. That opportunity is right here today, that he sees and grasps it. It recognizes him, and as he recognizes it, we exist in limitless opportunities, which are forever seeking expression through us. Know that there is no condemnation, for nothing can condemn unless we believe in condemnation. Destroy the thought that would place limitation or bondage upon any situation or condition. And now let's welcome Reverend Sunshine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin. That was beautiful. cool. Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks, Sunny Day. Hi, everybody. What a glorious opportunity for us to be awake, alert, and aware. That was a wonderful prayer, and the reading that Robin read for us tonight is actually today's reading, which is about mistakes. How many of you have made mistakes? Didn't you just hear what she read? There's no mistakes in God. Sonny says, oh, stop doing the trick questions, huh? There are no mistakes. Imagine if we really believed that. Imagine for a moment living from that place where we stop condemning ourselves, where we stop naming ourselves silly or not smart or, yeah, that word that she said, that she mouthed. Imagine if we stop name calling when we have opportunities to learn. And when sometimes our decisions or our choices are not necessarily for our highest and best, but that we learn from them. See, so many times we're taught that these are mistakes, a mistake. I know I've used that word from the stage here in talking about, sometimes when we don't make the best decisions in life, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. We just kind of miss that opportunity to make the highest and best choice. However, if we're really looking at the word of mistake, like we've fallen short, or like the word sin, where we miss the mark, and we continue to tell ourselves the words of the philosophers and the folks who want to keep us small, well, you're just a sinner. We all make mistakes. Those are phrases and things that we hear constantly that help us to stay small. Things that are used to block us from knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt the true nature of our life. The things that people have continuously told us to keep us small so that maybe their light can shine a little bit brighter. But the truth of the matter is that each of us is the unique and divine and glorious way that life is expressing. And when I say that life is expressing, I mean that God is expressing, I mean that Spirit is expressing, because for me, all of those words mean the same. Because when I talk about God, when I talk about this life, this presence, this power, I'm not talking about a deity or something or some entity outside of myself, or that's up in the sky or somewhere remote that I have to, pray to and, genuflect to and beg and plead to give me. But indeed, what I'm talking about is that there's this presence, this life, this energetic that cannot help but be its full self at all places, at all times, and express itself in each and every possible way that it can, i.e. a tree. Life, a.k.a. God, a.k.a. Spirit, is expressing beautifully and magnificently as a tree, or as trees and flowers and the sand and the ocean and the mountains and every little fungus that grows, every solar system, every planet, every dust particle, every hair, every person. And we have this wonderful opportunity to recognize that our life is that spirit, that our life is that life itself, and that what we experience is not a mistake as much as it is an opportunity to know ourselves as the life of God or life itself. Each moment is an opportunity for a self-knowingness. How many chances do I get to know myself? How many? It reminds me when I was thinking about this topic for tonight's talk, it reminds me of that silly commercial for the Tootsie Roll Pop, where the kid asked the owl, "Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?" And the owl, in its infinite wisdom, because we know how wise the owl is, the owl says, "Well, let's see." And it unwraps the Tootsie Roll Pop and licks and says, 1, a 2, 3. It takes 3 licks because that lollipop was so good that owl wanted to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll and just bit it. 3 licks to get to the center. How many licks does it take to get to your center? To the center of who you are, to that place of self-knowing, to that place of knowing beyond the shadow of a doubt that your life is the magnificent way that God expresses. How many Sundays or Wednesdays must you come? Who's counting? Before we get to realize our truth. And what is it that's occurring and happening in our lives that we must continue to hurt ourselves by calling these opportunities mistakes or calling ourselves names because maybe this wasn't the highest or the best choice that we've made in life? Maybe we're, dating somebody we know we shouldn't be dating. Maybe we've been hanging out with somebody we know we shouldn't be hanging out with. Maybe one more time we're trying to, manipulate and handle family situations when we know that the best choice is to simply step back, go within, affirm the truth, see it, call it forth, pray about it, vision on it. Simply go into meditation and ask, what is the highest and best for this situation? How many licks does it take? How many chances do we get? We know what we get to do, but is that just something we talk about, or is that something that we get an opportunity to really, really practice? I'm so grateful for Robin reading part of our message for tonight out of the book, The Science of Mind. I was particularly touched with the part of our reading that says this. In mental work, meaning our spiritual work, because our spiritual work is mental work, what happens is we are thinking beings, thinking sentient beings. And what happens with some of us is that we think certain things and then we believe a certain way. And so we have these values and beliefs, and then our behavior demonstrates what our values and beliefs are. So when we have had the opportunity as children to learn certain things, and now as adults or as young adults or still as teens and preteens, we have an opportunity to know the truth and to practice the truth. We have an opportunity to decipher what is for our highest and best. And sometimes what we've learned is that some of the things that they've told us or that people have told us, like, you're constantly making mistakes, or this is all wrong, or you're just a sinner. Sometimes we get to unlearn that. And that's called mental work, meaning I get to remind myself of the truth, remind myself of the truth, remind myself of the truth, remind myself of the truth. That's the mental work that we get to do. I get to be with that. So that this way it's kind of like pouring water into a dirty cup. Even though I'm pouring clean water in, the dirt is stirred up, but before you know it, if I keep pouring in the truth, the dirt comes out, and I have the truth in the glass as well. So in mental work, we must realize that there's one infinite mind, which is consciously directing our destiny. Thing is that if there's one infinite mind and it's constantly directing my destiny, I, as a human being, as God in this human form, I get some choices here. I get to go, yeah, I'm going to go in the flow with the direction in which infinite mind is constantly directing me in. Or I get to go, nah, I think I want to do this. And I go over here and boop, oh. Some people will call that a mistake. Oops, tripping. Or we can simply call it a learning experience because now I know that there are things that unless I am consciously aware of may be in my way, but maybe they're there so that I go, oh, wait, maybe I'll go in the direction that's for my highest good. You see? It's just the way we look at it, right? No mistakes have been made, and none are being made, and none can be made. None can be made. If what we believe is true is really true, then here's how it works. There's one power, one presence, one life. We call it God, we call it spirit, we call it love, we call it radiance, we call it creative intelligence. Whatever it is that we call it, Ernest Holmes called it the thing itself. There's one life, the thing itself. And the thing itself created everything out of itself. By the way, the thing itself is love, joy, abundance, perfect. So, if love, joy, perfection, wholeness is creating out of itself, it can only create what it is. An apple tree is not going to give you a pear. It can only create that which it is. Therefore, if the thing itself is perfect, then that is the truth of who we are. And there can be no mistakes. There could only be opportunities to remind ourselves of the truth. That when we decide and when we choose as the life itself, as an expression of life itself, as I choose to wander off and tiptoe through the tulips over here, it's still all God. It is still all life. But I may be getting away from the opportunity to know my life fully, and I may start believing that life is out to get me. I may start believing in doubt and fear. I may start believing in mistakes. I may start believing that there's some, red guy who lives under the earth with some, horns and a long tail and a pitchfork that's out to get me. I may start believing all these things that take me further away from the truth of who I am. And even if I do, it's not a mistake. It is simply an opportunity and a journey that I, as the life of God, as the expression of this beautiful life, of this thing itself, is simply the journey that I'm taking. You got your journey, I got mine. Now, the question arises is, if I'm tired of stubbing my toe, if I'm tired of living in lack and limitation and doubt and fear and worry and believing in wars and believing that there's not enough, when I get tired of that stuff and believing that stuff, I may begin to turn within and begin to recognize and begin to explore this idea of self-knowing, of knowing my life as the beautiful expression of life itself. But it wasn't a mistake. What I can share with you is that when I was a teenager, I left home when I was 16. Life was rough in the Bronx. But I decided to kind of take the scenic route. And the scenic route included a lot of things that were dangerous. It included spirits instead of spirit. It included substances instead of substance. You get my drift, right? Okay, you feel me too, Brody? Okay, good. It included hanging out in some real shady situations. But there was a point where, at the lowest of lows, there was a glimmer of hope that somehow this was not what my life was meant to be, but instead, that if I hung on to that glimmer of hope, that there was an unlimited amount of chances that I could have to get to know myself and to get to know a greater living and a greater truth and a greater wholeness, and to get to that place. Now, some people may look at folks who are in similar situations. Maybe our own family members might be in situations like I was in. Maybe our friends may be in situations like that. Maybe some folks that we know are experiencing homelessness or addictions of some sort or another, whether it's shopping or booze or who knows, sugar. They get as many chances. We get as many chances. It's an unlimited amount of chances that we have to come into the fullness of our being, to have that awakening, to have that spark really become a flame, and to have that flame catch on, and to have what was just a spark be the flame and now be a full-out fire for life. You see, we can give up on one another, but we have unlimited chances. These occurrences, these experiences are not mistakes. In fact, they're opportunities to get to know ourselves, to recognize that maybe this hasn't been the best decision in my life, but indeed, I haven't gone so far that there's no return. It might feel that way. There are many nights when it felt that way for me. I don't know how I'm going to get back. I felt so lost, so hopeless. And yet, between that day and today, I can't count the number of opportunities and chances. I can't count the limitless gift of life and all the little opportunities that I have to recognize that my life is life itself. And that having a spiritual life is really about choosing that which affirms life, that which lifts life up. And not just my own life, but recognizing that we're connected, recognizing that we're one. We might not be the same, but we are one. And to recognize that just as it has happened for me, it is also available to each and every one of us. And that there is never a point beyond no return. How many chances do I get? And even if we haven't gotten to that place, or even if you can't identify with how far I had gotten, think about areas in your life that have brought you to right here. I could clearly curse those days and go, those days were the worst, and I never want to know those days again. Or I can say, wow, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And the learning came from coming out of the depths of my own personal hole, Hades, grave. The learning came there. And I thought to myself, these little steps from one rung to the other rung, from one step to the next step to the next step. The staircase to heaven is forevermore. Because no matter now where I am, whatever situations may arise that I may not necessarily make the best decision for, I get to make another one and another one. And I get to see and I get to make choices as you get to make choices, and then check out the outcome. Check out the consequence. Check out the demonstration, as we call it here at our center and in spiritual communities like ours. We get to check out the demonstration, meaning, what have we set our minds to? And has it shown up? And so we look at what has shown up, and we go, does this match with what I want in life, with what I want to experience in life? And if it doesn't, then I get another chance to do a different behavior, to say a different treatment, to know the truth a little bit more than I did before. And when the demonstration happens, I get to go, wow, this is kind of cool. Is this what I want to think and feel? Is this how I want to live? And if it's yes, then I get to keep doing what I'm doing. But if it's no, then I get to make the adjustment. How many chances do I get? How many licks does it take to get to the center of your life? The center of who you are? Or are you just taking a bite out of it? Because it's not 3. It's not 3. And sometimes we look for it to be 3 licks. But we're biting into it and just kind of taking a chunk out of it, thinking that, okay, this is it. But we get to be persistent. We get to be persistent. We get to make this a way of life, not just something we do for 6 months and kind of go, well, that didn't work. Or, well, that was kind of cool, that part. But this is a way of life. So he says, declare. You know what declare is? That's right. Declare. Say it out loud. Declare. Exactly. He says, declare. There is one supreme intelligence which governs and guides and tells me what to do, when to act and how to act. There's one. And if I'm listening to it, it is within me. If I learn to listen, if I learn to be with this power and presence that is my very life, it's that still small voice within me. If I learn to turn up the volume on that, instead of turning up the volume on the committee in my head that's been telling me, you're going to make mistakes. You're not perfect. Who do you think you are, Jesus? Go ahead and walk on water then. Go ahead. Let me see. Instead, if we turn up the volume on that still small voice that says, oh, they acting really ugly right now. Be love. Show up and be love. Oh, that guy cut you off. Just wave and be love. No worries. Be love. Oh, you didn't get that raise or that promotion? Don't worry. All your needs are being met. Know me. Know this life is the one life, expressing as you. Then he says, having done this in perfect faith, act with perfect assurance. Just go forth and be. It's okay they cut me off. It's okay they don't recognize who I am. Bad enough they don't recognize who they are, otherwise they wouldn't be talking like that. It's okay. I'm going to walk in perfect faith and perfect assurance that all my needs are met, that my life is a life of love, that my life is a life of radiance, that my life is abundant, that my life is peace and joy, and I'm just going to walk in that. I'm just going to know that. Regardless of the world of effects, regardless of what it appears to be. And then one more time he says, declare further. So not just once, not do just declare. And furthermore, everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Hello. I love that. This page 290. The second paragraph. That's what you declare further. Then he says, know this, see it, feel it, and then he capitalizes the next word, be it. So we're going to declare further, and then we're going to see it, feel it, and we're going to be it. We're going to be that joy. We're going to have that boundless experience of joy, of love, of peace, of abundance that we have declared further. Do this every day for a few minutes. How many? A few. Do it a few every day. Do this every day for a few minutes. We should all do this until the time comes when it is no longer necessary. When that time comes, we will know it because our demonstrations will have been made. Because the outpicturing will prove what we believe. The outcome will prove that we've been doing the work, that we've been taking as many chances as we can get to make it happen, that we've been living it, that we've been being it, that we feel it. We declare it and we declare further, and we take the action. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to go into some quiet time. I've had the great opportunity to work with some young people this week, yesterday, today, tomorrow. I'm kind of almost a little bit talked out, but I'm so excited because we were teaching them about values and ethics. And we were teaching them, because we're building lifetime leaders when we work with our young people. And we were teaching them how our values are our beliefs, the things we believe in. And we were also having some dialogue about ethics. And ethics is really our behavior, like making sure the cash register is correct at the end of the night when you cash out if you're a cashier. But it's also about nobody's in the bathroom and do you wash your hands or do you just walk out? Ethics, ethics. I guess I pushed a few buttons. Okay. I guess you know somebody, huh? Ethics. And how there is this value ethics gap. How I might know that it's not okay to steal from somebody. But somebody just dropped 20 bucks. They went out the door. I know who it was, but hey, I got me some 20 bucks right here. And after all, they left. So I guess I'm going to keep it. Or, hey, hello, hey, John. I tried to call, Sonny. You see, I tried to reach out, but I guess I'm going to keep it, right? So sometimes the behavior doesn't match the belief. And it's the same thing with what I'm talking about here. Is what we get, the demonstration, is totally connected to what we believe. What we believe, what we entertain, what we believe, what we entertain, what we believe, what we entertain, what we believe, what we entertain. That's what we get, inevitably. So in teaching these young people that behavior must be elevated to match their beliefs and to beware of where our beliefs are lowered to meet the behavior. But it's the same with us. Do we just give up, or do we take as many chances as possible to have a demonstration that we can revel in, that we can be like, woohoo, life is good, that we can be so excited about that we're calling people and shouting it from the mountaintop, look at what's going on, look at what I found, check this out, if you do this, this works. That you don't even have to shout it from the mountaintop because your life demonstrates that you're doing something that gets you these results and that gets you this outcome and this outpicturing that people will be like, how'd you do that? That was an impossibility. At least I thought it was, but here it is. You're making it possible. And that's because we're taking as many chances. We're recognizing that there are no mistakes, that all along the way, these are learning opportunities to know our life as a life of God itself. Because it is an impossibility to be anything else. You cannot be anything else other than the perfect, divine, unique, glorious way that God is showing up on this planet. And that, my friends, is your message for tonight. So let's go into prayer and meditation. Thank you. Let's take that into our meditation. Let's just take that into our quiet time. As we just kind of settle in. We settle into exactly what Ernest Holmes said. There's one supreme intelligence which governs, guides me, tells me what to do, when to act, and how to act. And I further declare that everything to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. So in our silent time, we're going to know this. We're going to see it. We're going to feel this. And we're going to be it. And that's how we use this time right now. To see it, to feel it, to be it. To be that perfect expression of the Most High. It is so, and so we experience it now.
Remembering there are no mistakes. Remembering there are no mistakes. Remembering there are no mistakes.
There are no mistakes in God. For that perfect power, that perfect life, that perfect presence is who and what we are. We are of it in this human, beautiful, divine form. And to the degree in which we accept that this is our truth, we experience it. And so how grateful I am that right now, just a little bit more than I knew before, that I embrace that this is my truth. And that I embrace that this is the truth for and about each and every one of us. That as I gently open my eyes and look upon this beautiful spiritual community, that I have sat with the knowing and the acceptance and the feeling that I gaze upon the beautiful and magnificent way that love, radiance, beauty, abundance, God is expressing itself. And I see your faces. God as you, life as you, radiance as you, divine intelligence, perfection as you. This is what I see. This is what I remind myself of. And that as I look at my hands and my body and my reflection, that I too am the same. That same love, intelligence, that same beauty and radiance. That as this is the truth for me, it is the truth for each and every one of us. So I'm grateful that we just sat in the silence and that we've been able to anchor that in. So that as we all open our eyes and awaken to the divine humanity in which we are, that we recognize that this is the truth of each and every one of us. So that we might embrace one another with this love and joy and peace. That we might indeed recognize all the beautiful and wondrous ways that life expresses itself. How grateful I am that I don't just get 3 chances, 3 strikes, I'm out. How grateful I am to know that there are no mistakes and that I get as many opportunities and chances to deepen this knowing and to come to this self-realization, to this nirvana state of consciousness, recognizing that there's nothing that really separates us but my own mind, and that I can recognize that we are indeed one, and that our life is the way that love expresses fully. How grateful I am. And it's from this place of thanksgiving, from this place of gratitude, and from this place of love that I simply send this love, embracing all the children of the world, embracing our beloved family, our global community, recognizing that I and that we are indeed world citizens, and that it is our love, it is our joy to recognize God in each and every one of us, and that we belong to each other. So from this place of oneness, from this place of wholeness, and especially from this place of peace, I give thanks. I give thanks that we've taken this time to know this truth, so that when we walk out of this place, that we might indeed radiate, shine, express, be, and have the experience of love, joy, abundance, clarity, wholeness, harmony, perfection, fun, that we might indeed recognize all life as the life of God. So for this and so much more, I give thanks and I let it be. It is so, and so it is. Amen. I thought to myself on the drive from Long Beach here, "Ooh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've been talking all day." And then I said, I know. Spirit's just going to be and shine through me. And so it is. I'd like to invite our ushers up. Dennis, Melissa, thank you so much for your service. And as they're coming forward, the invitation is for you to open your hearts and your consciousness to simply become awake, alert, and aware, and to become grateful for something in your life. And as you take out that which you've brought to this spiritual community to share from the overflow of that which you have been given, of that which you have received, simply become grateful for your gifts. Simply become grateful for all that you experience. And from those experiences and from that which you've received, we're simply just taking a portion and we're blessing this spiritual community. So as you take your gifts, your tithes, your offerings, as you hold them close to your heart, we simply give it that blessing, grateful that we have this to give, knowing that it multiplies and blesses not only this spiritual community, but all the work that we do outside of this spiritual community. And so we send this forth now, knowing that these baskets are filled with love, the energetic of God in action, knowing that we're self-supporting and that we also contribute to the greater community. So for this and so much more, I give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Go forth, ushers. And as you give, you receive, right? So I'm pleased to just kind of let you know that this next piece is actually a piece that was written a few months ago by Tammy Hall, Sunny Daye, myself, Margaret Flannery, and Rainey Coaches. We all sat around a piano, and we came up with this song, and it's our joy to present it to you today. Woo, woo, woo. Sunny's getting ready. Jim Bianchi, Cole Miller, thank you.
No, not yet. We come to share the love we have today. In you I see the love. It shines in every way. Take my hand in love, and I will lead the way. Our love can lift the world. Honor the love of friends and family. Inside our hearts, we all are free. When we're apart, we are still one, and our love can lift the world. We come to share the love we have today. Take my hand in love, and I will lead the way. In you I see the love. It shines in every way. Our love can lift the world. When we give it and we receive it, we pay for it on the way. We are one heart, one spirit, celebrating life today. Yeah, yeah. We come to share the love we have today. In you I see the love. It shines in every way. Take my hand in love, and I will lead the way. Our love can lift the world. Lift the world. Lift the world. Our love will lift the world. Lift the world. Our love will lift the world.
Lift the world. left the world. Thank you. Thank you. So
Nice
much.
job, everybody. Thank you, Jim.
Sunny Day, Cole Miller, Jim Bianchi. Love that. Imagine that our love can actually lift the world. That is the demonstration that I'm talking about, right? All right. Well, we have a few minutes, and this is one of my favorite parts of our service, which is we get an opportunity to hear from you. You get a chance to reveal your truth. So it's either an aha that you've gotten from tonight's service or a demonstration that you've had throughout the week as a result of putting something into practice, or something that you would just want to share with our spiritual community so that we can lift you up and hold you up. Is there anyone who'd like to? She upstages me all the time, right? Perfect. Hello, beloved. Tell us your name and welcome.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Susan Laurel, and I normally go to the Center for Spiritual Living Bonita, and I have the opportunity to come here on Wednesday. I'm thrilled, really, to be a part of your community also, and I want to say that the word joyous just jumped out of what you said, Reverend Sunshine, and I thought, I want more of that. I think I get too serious about what's going on in life, and this is a good place to come and feel it and carry it on through the rest of my week. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I love that word, joyous. Anybody else on this side, this side, this side? Hey! All right. We're going to throw down tonight.
Hi, I'm Moya, and the word mistake. This week, well, I've been thinking for a while of leaving a money-making opportunity that I have been actually doing very well and received very well at, but it wasn't fulfilling me, and I didn't feel like I was growing or expanding. And people thought that it was a mistake for me to leave it because so many people are trying to get into it. And for a while, I just I didn't really know what the move was, but this week, I actually left it. I sent the email and I left it, and I felt so good about it. And so many things have been opening up for me as a result of it. I'm really excited about it. So that's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's right. We could call it a mistake, but it's not. It's learning opportunities. All right. We're done on this side. Anybody else coming on this side, this side? What's up, Nicolette? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Been missing you the last couple of weeks.
I just wanted to say I'm really thankful for my mommy to take care of me while I had a broken arm, because it was very hard for me. I was very jealous. I had an end-year pool party thing, and I had to stand there watching everyone going in, so it was very hard for me, and I just want to thank my mommy.
Exactly. How great. Brody.
So, mistake is the word of the day, of course. So, I want to break it into pieces, miss and take. Just put another S at the end of miss. You missed it. You missed the thing, like, you got to remember that's someone's name. Is it like Cheryl? You missed it. And then take, put a take-ing. You're taking a chance to try to remember that name. But then again, a mistake is, let me try to think. A mistake. Just trying to remember what I was thinking. All these, I go with the belief that everything happens for a reason. If wars didn't happen, I wouldn't have been born. You guys wouldn't have been born because everything happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Yep.
If we can't breathe, none of us will be here. It just won't happen. So what I'm trying to say is that if we don't make mistakes, the earth will not go around. Thank you.
I am not the only revealer of truth, obviously. Obviously, right? Yeah, these are all opportunities to grow. Anyone in this section? All right. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. Out of Lauren, Susan, Laurel. I know there was a Laurel in there. She said it tonight. Like, out of all the places we could be, we chose to be here. It's no mistake. Because there are no mistakes, right? These opportunities that we're here. So thank you so much for choosing to be here, for choosing yourself, for choosing the opportunity to realize that your life is the life of the Most High and that you're living it. Remember to declare and declare further, and then to see it, to feel it, and to be it. Page 290, 290. Go home, get your Science of Mind book, make a copy of it, declare it again, see it, feel it, be it, and watch the demonstration happen in your life, okay? Thank you so much, Cole, Jim, Sunny Day, our beautiful music team. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The music that comes from them during pre-service and after service and during service. Thank you so much for the ministry that is music. Yes, Cole?
So next week, I believe Susan is joining us at camp. Yes? Cool. Beautiful. So we are going to teen camp up in Idlewild. We're advising the teens and reasoning with them, counseling with them, chilling with them, hiking with them, bringing them up.
Yep.
So I will not be here next week. I'll be here, but not physically.
Right.
And Susan and I will be advisors.
Yes. Yes. So we're knowing that right where they are, right where our teens are, that the life of God is, and that it is expressing magnificently. And thank you so much for your service and the love that you have for humanity to be able to do that, because being at teen camp is no joke.
It's true.
It's fun, but it ain't no joke. Want to thank Robin Mitchell, our practitioner today. You know, she's doing double duty from the platform. She went to the back the whole vigil knowing the perfect unfoldment of our service. She and any other practitioner that is available will be available for prayer after service. If you are wanting to know the truth on a deeper level, please see our practitioners. They will pray with you. If you want us to keep you in prayer throughout the week, go ahead and fill out a card, and we will keep you in prayer knowing the truth for your highest and best good. Want to thank Ginny, who's our coordinator, making sure everything runs smoothly. Tonight on our sound, we had Ed, and we've got Tim on our camera doing live streaming, our ushers, Melissa and Dennis. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here. Want to let you know one quick thing. My good friend, Reverend Josh Reeves, he's been in this teaching since he was like yay high. We went through ministerial school together. He's going to bless us with the message next week. So I am asking us to show up and support him and listen and just sit at his feet today like you do with me and just take him in. Drink him like a cup of water, you know. He is a profound teacher. He's his spiritual community is the Seal Beach Center for Spiritual Living, and he's going to make the drive down to be with us here on Wednesday. So please come out, love him up. You will just enjoy him, and he's so good to look at, too. Yeah, I mean, that's important, right? Just being honest. Don't tell him I said that. Yeah. He is. He's just a sweetheart. So make sure that you come. And then on the 22nd, last night, a bunch of you came out to our diversity and exploring diversity conversation with myself and Dr. Christian. It's going to happen again on the 22nd. So we're going to skip a week so people can actually be with everything we talked about last night and be with it. But if you missed it and you still want to come on the 22nd, just go ahead and show up. It's from 7 to 9, and it's diversity and exploring diversity and science of mind. So with that in mind, beloved Sunny Day and Mellow Day, Let's come up, Brody and Nicolette. We got the dynamic duo now.
Yeah, we do.
Before you know it, we're going to have a full stage up here doing all the hand signs and stuff, you know. But here's our future right here. I love you. Meet us afterwards.
And this is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. We lift our voices, in love we stand. We lift our voices, in love we stand.
I love you. See you in the family room.
Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I used to think 'cause I had to. I used to think that I should, 'cause the scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love 'cause I want to. I love 'cause I'm free, yeah. Blinded by the Spirit. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa, Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa, oh, oh. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. She's got that tambourine. Shake your tambourine. All right, thanks.